Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from Watch, and we are back with the full review of this awesome Vario Grey Tux Empire, right? Or is it Vario Empire Grey Tux? Basically what it is basically another variation of this excellent product from Vario Singapore. So they've been making watches and straps for quite some time now, and I think this is their second model that they have released. I mean the watch model, right? So of course they have quite a lot of straps such as this what do you call this, Harris tweed straps, and also a few excellent leather straps that they have sent me in a few years, all these past few years. But I think as a product, as a watch maker, they are, well, although still new, but they produce quite a lot of unique pieces that I don't think you can find at any other place, right? Okay, so a quick dimension check for you guys. So this is a 38.2 millimeters in diameter, a thickness of 11.6, which is quite good considering that this is using a Seiko NH38 movement, and a lug to lug of 45.6 and a lug width of 20 millimeters. Basically this is an Art Deco inspired watch, and because the owner of the brand, Ivan, mentioned that this dial, right, especially in this center dial, let me just zoom in a bit, it mimics the Empire State Building in New York. So maybe I should put some picture of the Empire State Building here so that you know where the inspiration comes from. And of course the tuxedo is basically it looks like of course when you wear a tuxedo, the color is also good. It was going to be black and white, so this time around they say that this is a gray tuxedo, but I am struggling to see which part of it is gray here. This ring, right, I think it looks a bit much of a very dark gray. So yeah, that might be the gray area that they have they wanted to get they wanted to get the color away from. All right, the dial, of course, what do we call these things, right? So basically they are stamped, and of course we'll go for a macro shot later on, but this is the unique selling points, and I just love it. When if you guys know, I am not a dress watch guy, so normally I would gravitate towards dive watches, but when I see the dial on this particular piece, I was like, I really have to get it on wrist. And yeah, the only thing that for me is that I don't have quite a lot of occasion to wear dress watches due to my line of work. But anyways, beautiful middle dial here with that first applied Vario logo at the 12 o'clock, and that's this skeletonized hands, which is unique. I haven't seen any other watchmakers or watch brands doing this style of hands. If you guys know, please do let me know in the comment section below. And this hour markers, applied hour markers, basically they are applied on this dark gray ring. And we also have this minute markers is basically printed at the outer chapter ring, and of course we will go in the details later on. I think those are in white, this chapter ring, but yeah, still maybe a bit of gray or silver, but yeah, the combination of this particular dial works to get that Art Deco look to the watch. All right, the case is featuring this polish bezel here on the top, and we also have polished surfaces on the top of the case, right? High polish finishing is just nice, and you see that there's a bit of detail here mimicking a vintage watch. We have this quite a unique lug design here, and of course the line of the case is nicely done. It's quite a unique case in my opinion, but I think they should have gone for a little bit more variation from this style of case. Vertical brushing on the side with this drill lugs, which is weird because this is a dress watch. That is where I think they should have gone for to make another variation of this particular this watch using maybe different dial, maybe a military style dial to so that you utilize this this drill lug switches. Okay, it is not that bad, but for a dress watch it's gonna be a bit unique or a bit weird in a way. Right, this crown is this it is, of course, it is a hand windable movement. It's okay, not that bad, so it's not that big or not that small either, but still usable. Right, the bracelet that I put it on is basically a leather bracelet from Strapsco. It came on a few on a Italian leather strap produced by Vario. You know what, let's just quickly show what leather strap that it came with. Quickly swatch check. I'm wearing my buddy's Dr. Farhana's Ferrer Durham. Right, this watch, it came on an FKM leather strap, and I thought that I would use this this excellent Italian leather strap from that I've got with that Vario and put it on this Ferrer. Right, but still I think this leather style bracelet does give it that enhance the vintage look to the watch. Right, if I'm wrong, do let me know. All right, so let's just zoom out a bit. So this is okay, this is how the watch looks on my skinny 6.75 or 17 centimeters wrist circumference. Very nice. And of course the mid case is quite thin, so that makes it a very nice watch to wear all day long. Right, let's just quickly go to a macro check. Okay guys, so now we are up close and personal with the dial of this Vario Empire Grey Tuxedo. Right, so check out that beautifully done dial, guys. I just don't know what to call this style of dial. And you see that applied Vario logo there, very nicely done as well. And yeah, it's just so mesmerizing to look at that center dial. Right, so it is much more interesting to look at. Basically, that's the most interesting part to look at this particular watch, by the way. And of course, the applied hour indices is unique. So the hour indices is, I don't think I can find any typeface for this particular watch, maybe for this particular hour markers. And you see that the 10 markers, right? So the one is longer than the 0, which is unique. Very nicely done. I think they made a quite a nice design that works well, right? And the chaptering out where the minute track is printed, I think from here it looks like it is gray, and the case finishing, the high polish on the bezel looks really nicely finished there. And the crown, right, so we have this dimple here, it looks just nice as well, so there's no sharp edges whatsoever. And the vertical brushing, I would have preferred for it to be much more fine, but this one works as well, right? Okay, so at the back we have this okay, let me see, yeah, Empire State Building, right? So they may clearly mention the inspiration behind this design here by doing a laser etching at the back of the case, right? So let's just see, 580M automatic sapphire. Okay, design in Singapore and stainless steel. Right, let's take off the macro lens. Okay, this one is being sold at the moment on Vario's website for $348, but of course it came with this with a few, you can choose your bracelet, your strap, and it came with this protective carrying case from Vario Singapore. But what are the other competitors, you might ask, right? This is the $348. Of course, you can always go for AliExpress watches, such as this San Martin SN0102, which has the almost similar dial pattern here, but this one is a bit, a tapestry. I think this one is much more interesting in my opinion. Less than $300 for this one. And there's also, you can always go for something that is vintage inspired, such as this SN0106. I've just reviewed this particular piece. This one looks a bit more like a Seiko, all right, but still, nothing can beat this Empire State Building inspired dial in the middle. But yeah, still, if this is an option for around $200, and you can always go vintage. For example, I do have my Rado Cranes. This one, I bought it for around $100, and I've sent it for service and it cost me another $100. So if you guys are lucky, you're gonna get a good movement. If you guys are not lucky, you're gonna get a crap movement. So that is one of the risks that you have to go when you go vintage. Or you can go for another micro brand, such as this Ferrer, right? So this Ferrer Durham. Out of the two, man, this is difficult because this thing costs almost triple the price of this Vario, right? So 895 quid, 895 pound versus 348 US dollars. I don't know, guys, it's difficult because Vario also made their own version of salmon dial a few years back, and I think that one sold out really fast. Anyways, this is how it looks on the on this vintage style leather bracelet. Let's see how it looks on another straps. Of course, I am going to be using one of Vario's products. So this is the Harris Tweed straps from Vario. So this is one of the earliest product that I've used, I've received from Vario, and yeah, I think it looks absolutely awesome. There are a few other colorways as well, but I think for this tuxedo style black is always going to be my my first choice. Let's just quickly put it on the wrist and see how it looks like, because when I received this particular strap a few years back, I just can't find any suitable combination for this particular strap because it looks so different, and I think the only combo that would work is on Vario products, right? So what do you guys think? It looks, yeah, a bit interesting and a bit unique as well, and yeah, I think it looks cool. Right, let's just go to strap number 3, which is again another product from Vario Singapore. So this is their Italian leather strap in Garnet Red. I don't know, guys, it looks interesting to me because there's no how to say, any red hue on this dial or on the case, but still I think this Garnet Red would look very nice on this particular watch. I just don't know what it is, but it somehow works. The only thing is that you can't specific of course when you get yourself one of these, so you have a few strap options. I will put it just somewhere around here, but this Garnet Red is not available in that combination, which for me is a shame because yeah, this is an excellent product. I've been using this particular leather strap for quite some time now, and it is honestly one of the best, if not the best, strap that you can buy on the aftermarket today. Right, so there you have it, guys, my full review of this Vario Empire Grey Tuxedo. And I think if you guys want to get yourself a dress watch that is not your Bambino, right? So when you guys mention affordable vintage style watch, almost everyone is going to mention the Orient Bambino, but for me, I think this has much better specification, much better size, and of course it came with a sapphire crystal, if I forgot to mention that. And that particular, the unique selling point of this particular piece is of course that empire building inspired art deco design, right? I think you just can't find this anywhere else in the market today. If you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.